Hey you guys, today I want to talk to you about the 3 strategies that you can use to boost your leather goods business in 2019. So Happy New Year, everyone. I felt like this was a great topic to get our 2019 started out with, to get your business on the right foot out the gate this year. I love a new year when you can really strategize and look at the whole year ahead of you, put everything that you didn't like in 2018 behind you, and really kind of set your sights on what you're going to be doing differently and better in 2019. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary, and I run the Leather Tamers Facebook group as well as the leatherbeast.com website, where I teach you how to create leatherwork and then how to sell it for what it's worth. So if you're one of these people who's been trying to get your business off the ground and you're struggling, maybe you have low sales, maybe you can't figure out how to get people to your website, maybe you can't figure out how to get the right people to your website, and maybe you can get people to your website, but they're just not buying. You know, you're frustrated, you have low sales, then you're probably missing one of these 3 keystones that I'm about to tell you. These are kind of the 3 keystones for laying that really good foundation in your business, so that you can bring in sales and grow your business month after month. So I struggled at first as well with my business, and then once I kind of figured out these 3 major components of the business foundation, my business really started to change. It started to shift. I started to get more sales month after month. So that's what I'm sharing with you today. So let's get into it. So the first strategy is to develop a strong brand. So you might be thinking, what's a brand? I don't know what a brand is. You know, I don't have a brand. A brand is sort of, the best way I can describe it is, it's a feeling that someone gets when they see your marketing material, when they see your social media posts, when they see your website, when they see your products. It's this combined feeling that they get when they see that, and they're like, oh, I get it. This person is, you know, catering towards this specific group of people. This person is really funny, or this is really serious, or this is a high-end sort of company. You know, it's this, it's an emotional feeling, really, is what it is. And it's something that's super specific to you and your company. You know, no 2 brands are exactly alike, because it involves you putting in your personality and you really keeping your brand consistent across all of your areas that you hang out on online and in person as well. If you do things in person like markets, or you sell to stores, or maybe you even have your own brick and mortar store. So some brands, for example, could be known for sort of having a modern and clean style, or sort of a country style. It could be serious or funny or high end. You know, you could be known for serving young, cool hipsters in Brooklyn, or an older crowd that likes to walk in the mountains with their pets. So it's something that is specific, but it's also something that you have to develop for your own company, and it's what you want to be known for. So when you have a strong brand, the other thing that it does when you have a strong brand is you attract your ideal customer, you attract the people that are really loving what you're doing, as well as repelling the people who aren't into it. You know, we don't want to attract everyone and then talk the people who aren't super into what you're doing, talk them into becoming buyers. That's just really hard. It doesn't usually work out, and you waste a lot of energy doing that. So I think it's equally important to attract the right people and repel the wrong people away from your brand. And having a strong brand, having a cohesive brand, is something that really does that. So you can do this just by simple tweaks. You know, it can be as simple as making sure all your fonts are the same, making sure all of your photos have the same sort of look and feel to them, whether that's the lighting or the color schemes, making sure your website is inviting and it's not sort of all over the place with all kinds of different elements, it really shows the viewer something that is special about your brand. And then making sure that sort of tone and feeling is across the board on all of your platforms, on your social media, on your marketing messaging, the way you talk to people, the way you talk to people in your emails, and of course through your product line. So the second thing that you can do to boost your business is determine who your ideal customer is. Now, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I am a big proponent of determining who your ideal customer is. And some people find this to be sort of a challenging thing, and they're not really sure where to start, and they're not really sure what an ideal customer is. Your ideal customer is someone who loves what you do, loves your services and products, and they have the money to buy. So that's important. The people who are bargain shoppers, if you have a higher price point, they love what you do, but they're bargain shoppers and they're looking for a deal on your goods, they're not your ideal customer. And you have to get more specific on your ideal customer. I know a lot of people who are leather workers, they just really enjoy making leather goods, and that's great. But if you really want to attract a group of people, you have to get more specific than just saying that your ideal customer is people who like leather goods. There has to be something else that's going to attract a specific group of people. So for instance, I used to think that my ideal customer, I make handbags and other things now, but at the time I was just making handbags, and I used to think, oh yeah, my ideal customer is women who like leather handbags. Well, that's pretty vague, and it's not very specific at all. And since then, I have done a lot of work on my brand, done a lot of work to develop who my ideal customer is, and I've started making home goods. Well, that narrows it down just right there, just by saying this is the particular type of leather good that I want to make. You know, it's for people who are into home decor. And I've narrowed it down even further to say that I want to have vintage elements and have my style is sort of like this farmhouse chic. I make leather baskets and storage baskets out of leather for sort of a rustic country farmhouse. So I went from women who like leather goods to women who are interested in leather goods for the home that have a vintage farmhouse rustic feel. So do you see how much more specific that is, and what that allows you to do as far as your marketing? I can speak so much more specifically to the people who are into the same style, that farmhouse style, who are searching for interior home goods. It allows me to kind of reach out to more direct and indirect competition, collaborators, press. It really gives me a direction for how I can find that ideal customer. So if you're struggling to find your ideal customer, I would start there and just ask yourself, who are you trying to help or serve with your leather goods? And if the answer is women who like leather goods or men who like leather goods, just keep trying to narrow it down and get more specific, even if it means you have to maybe tweak your products a little bit, and just so you can get more specific. Yeah, I was going to keep going on that, but that's all I'm going to say on that one. The third keystone is then, once you know what your brand is, what you represent, what you're all about, you know who your ideal customer is, who you're serving with your brand and your products and services. The third keystone is to now promote to your ideal customer. Promote your brand to the people who want to see it and who need to see it. I think a lot of people, and I thought this when I first started, that I could just kind of put my products up on Etsy or up on my website, and people would just find that. But we know now that that is not true. Things have definitely advanced in the e-commerce world, and it's just not that easy. I don't know if it was ever that easy, but it's just not that easy anymore. So the marketing and the promotion behind your product has to be a major force. That's kind of like the muscle. So what you need to do to promote it is you need to figure out how you're going to get in front of that audience. Is it going to be through email marketing? Is it going to be through social media, direct targeted social media posts to your audience talking about things that resonate with them? Is it going to be through blogs or doing giveaways or sales? Excuse me. So reach out to those people and do it from a place of, I have something that you want, that you need, I can help you. That's a good way to not feel salesy when you do this sort of marketing. But really, I feel like if you have something that you know can help someone, then you should share it with them because that's beneficial to them. Even though you're asking them to pay for it, that's just how the world works. So if you have something that can help someone, you have to get it in front of them. And there are a bazillion different ways to do that, but just know that that's going to be a major part of creating a successful business. Marketing is something that is constant. I've already planned out most of my marketing for the year. I'm sure things will change a little bit, but the content that I put out for my business, for both Leather Beast and my leather goods business, is it's pretty extensive, and I know that that is the muscle behind getting in front of my ideal customer and then eventually converting them to sales and reaching my sales goals. So these are the three things that you really want to focus on this year. If you want to boost your sales in 2019, you want to focus on creating your strong brand, really tweaking it so that it's very clear to your customers and anybody who lands on your website what it is, what you do, why you're really good at it, why they should shop from you. You want to be determining who your ideal customer is, getting really specific with that, and really targeting all of your messaging to them. And lastly, you want to be promoting to that targeted group of people and really using that marketing muscle to get people to come to your website and buy your awesome leather goods. So I hope that helped you guys. If you want more information, I made this really great, I think it's about 10 pages. It's this guide for anyone who's thinking about starting their business or anybody who kind of wants to jumpstart maybe a stagnant business or your business that you're not super happy with the results of right now. It's a great guide. It kind of walks you through the foundational steps of things that you should really be focusing on in your business. If you've ever felt like, I don't really know where to start, what do I do first? What's the most important thing to do? Download this guide. You can get it by clicking the link in the description there or going to lucrativeleathercraft.com, and you can download it there. I hope to be doing a lot more of these videos. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover this year, feel free to email them to me, drop them in the comments. I love taking topics from you guys so that I can create really specific topics and content for you guys that's going to be super helpful, because I want to see you succeed in your business this year. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye.